Hello, my name is Robert Glasser. I'm the United Nations Secretary General's Special Representative for Disaster Risk Reduction, and I wanted to make a few comments on the occasion of this important meeting. It is very appropriate that this year's Asia-Pacific Broadcasting Union Media Summit on Climate Change and Disaster Risk Reduction is taking place in Fiji. Just over 2 months ago, Fiji successfully presided over the COP23. This is the climate change conference in Bonn, Germany. I attended that meeting as well. The world watched in admiration as a small island developing state led on the agreement of tangible measures that will make a real difference to address one of our planet's most critical challenges of the 21st century. In fact, most critical challenges of our day. Fiji also made an important contribution to the outcome of last year's Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction, which was held in Mexico. This sort of leadership is needed more than ever. Climate and disaster risk continues to escalate, particularly in terms of cyclones, floods, drought, and heat waves. Consider the fate of the Fijian village of Vunidogolo, not too far away from where the conference is taking place today. 4 years ago, it became one of the first communities in the world to be moved in a planned resettlement to protect residents from inundation from rising sea levels. And last year's evacuation of Ambe Island, which is in Vanuatu, under the threat of volcanic eruption, reminded us of the several other non-climate related hazards that the Asia-Pacific region also faces. As witnesses on the front line, journalists have seen firsthand both the negative impact of disaster and climate risk on communities across the region, as well as the tremendous progress made in protecting lives and making livelihoods more resilient. Indeed, deaths from climate and weather-related disasters are on the decline thanks to the growing spread of a culture of disaster risk reduction clear across the region. Fewer people are dying in storms thanks to better weather forecasts, satellite images, early warning systems, and timely evacuations. Broadcasting outlets have been a critical element in this success as more and more media organizations disseminate disaster risk information to their viewers. At your conference 2 years ago in Thailand, you adopted the Krabi Media Action Plan, which highlighted broadcasters' responsibilities to reach the most remote communities and communicate, educate, and inspire collective action, that's a quote, on climate change adaptation and disaster risk reduction. It is an inspiring commitment that directly supports the implementation of the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, which is the global plan to substantially reduce disaster losses adopted 3 years ago by UN member states, but also the Sustainable Development Goals, which are so critical, the umbrella framework for addressing development, social and economic development. I would encourage all journalists to continue looking beyond the immediate impact of a disaster and to explain what can be done to tackle the underlying drivers of disaster risk, and fundamentally among those is climate change, but also factors such as inappropriate land use, environmental degradation, and poor urban planning, as well as poverty more general, which is so critical to vulnerability to these hazards. I'm really sorry that I can't be with you in Fiji today and for this important meeting. I want to sincerely thank you for this opportunity to address you at the meeting. I want to emphasize how important your work is as, in effect, an early warning system, as a way of raising awareness and mobilizing public interest, more than that, public demand for changes to reduce disaster risk. I hope your meeting is extremely successful, and all of us at UNISDR will look forward to hearing about the results and to doing whatever we can to support implementation of the plans you develop. Thank you very much.